inside the OMG episode number 210. It's the 4-year anniversary show, and I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it's been 4 years. I remember March 5th, 2019, like it was yesterday. Our neighbors were shooting. Well, our neighbors, their house was being used as a location for a commercial, and I remember, and they were really loud, and they were blocking all the street, and I needed, Dee and Kelly were coming over, and it was like, okay, what's going on here? You guys are getting in the way. So I just want to make sure that I'm not going to have an issue, because I'm going live tonight. Don't you understand? It's the first time I'm streaming live. This was 4 years ago. And they assured me, no problem, we'll be out of your way and it'll all be good. And so it was nuts. Hey there, Sarah, thanks for tuning in. Mom and Dad, congratulations, thank you. Howdy from San Francisco, Jimmy G. What's going on? Appreciate you tuning in. The reason it took me 2 minutes to actually start the broadcast, I'm not sure if it's working on Olio's Facebook page right now, and it's just going to be what it's going to be. I know I've got my viewers on YouTube, which I'm super grateful for, and I think it's streaming on my personal Facebook page. Fantastic. But I don't think it's on Olio's Facebook page. So, you think after 4 years we get the technical thing down, but they just keep changing things. Alexa, 4 years. 4 years. Okay. I want to kick off the show with 4 years, Chip and Jana. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. 4 years, right? Craziness. I've got a lot of great clips from the 4 years, and I had a great time just looking through everything, and I've got hours of footage. Well, if you figure each episode was typically an hour. Some went really long. When I was in Japan, it was very short. But if you balance it out, 4 years, 52 episodes a year, what are you talking about there? 208 hours about? Is that right? Yeah, that's a lot of hours. That's a lot of stuff to go through. But I did my best. Some of the stuff is just too good not to play again. I've got some favorites I had to put in there because I just love it so much. But I've got some new best of clips as well, so I'm excited to share all that. Okay, before I start this episode, if you were tuning in last week, Samantha, who always tunes in every week, she's just awesome, and her son Dallas and her uncle Wayne, they tune in pretty much every week. Well, last week during the show, Samantha let us know that her brother Sean, who was a huge supporter of the band, was in the hospital. Tragically, he passed away that night. So last Wednesday morning, early in the morning, he made it to the hospital. Apparently there was a blood clot and his heart stopped and they couldn't save him. So I just want to give a shout out to Sean's family, his wife Jennifer, daughter Lauren, sister Samantha. My heart goes out to you all. Sean came into our lives through DeHaven. Sean was a drummer. DeHaven had a blog called Chopping. I almost said Chopping Block. That's not right. Chopping Talk. Talking Chop. There it is. Wow, my brain's a little scrambled. Forgive me. And he had met Sean there was a Guitar Center drum off, and Dee went out and supported Sean. Dee did a feature of Sean. Sean subsequently started coming to Olio shows, brought his family. Just a great guy. A great guy. And Sean gifted us with these drumsticks that you see he's holding. So he painted these and gave them to Dee, gave them to us. The white tie drumstick. So Sean did this, and I have it up in my living room. Once Dee passed away, Dee's family gave me the sticks that Sean gave to Dee. And I treasure these. I love these. These are in my living room. And then there's a big music room in my living room, piano and drums and amps and all that. So this is there with me. So yeah, really, really sad, really, really tragic. I'm at a loss for words. Sean had a heart condition. He around the same time I did. So when I would play that song Home that I wrote after I was in the hospital, he resonated with that song and always told me how much he loved it when I played it, because it, you know, it meant a lot to him. He could relate. He was going through all those things, and now he's on the other side. So rest in peace, buddy. We will continue to honor you and treasure you. And here we go. All right. So Capricia, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Jimmy says, so sorry, Samantha. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Inside the OMG, 4-year anniversary. I've got a... Barry, what's up? Yep, Sean and Dee, right? They're jamming together right now. That's what they're doing. So I got a cool video from Barry. Here we go.
What's up, peoples? All right, we are live. This is Barry Chanel, drummer for Olio. And we got a new member. Her name is Shuri. Say hi. No, talk to the people. Look at the people. No, she don't want to look. She's camera shy. Anyway, we're out here doing basketball. And it's 4 years. It's been 4 years, people. Thank you for hanging in there and being with us. And it means a lot for us that you people are there. And here's to 4 years for Olio live streaming. All right. You take it, Arif.
Thank you. All right. So, Barry, is that a new dog? Is that a new dog? You're going to have to let me know. Seemed like it. Seemed like it. Okay. Let's go back to 4 years ago, our first episode, and how it started. Didn't know what we were doing. You may think we don't know what we're doing now, but I think we're better at it. A little. Here's episode 1. A little clip. Yo! Inside the OMG. That's where we are. That's where you are. What's up? This is our debut show. Yeah.
Our debut
pilot,
show.
Right? It's a pilot, right?
Yeah, it's pilot.
It's pilot season, everybody. That's right. We're bringing it live to you. Right. So we thought we'd do something fun. You know, we always wanted to have a residency somewhere, so we might as well just have it
At a residence.
right here online with you.
Ooh, strong start.
Fancy with the camera moves. We got a 2-camera setup.
I know, I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what my good side is. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Episode 1. We got it down. I think it was an hour. And we all had mics, and it was going through a PA, and then I had one mic that was close to the PA speaker, and it was tricky technically. It was, you know, just trying to set it up. Now I was like, scratch all that. One microphone, this one right here. We're just one mic, make it easy. That's it. So, episode Okay, next episode I want to share. We did 7 episodes, and then D. Haven had a heart attack and passed away. As you know, we stream every Tuesday. So that was on Monday that he passed away. And I didn't know how to share videos yet. I didn't know how to put pictures on the stream. It was us live in the room. That was all you got. And I knew that the software could do more. So Beth said, you have to stream Tuesday. You have to do a tribute to D. And that's it. You're doing it. It was probably the hardest day ever, that Tuesday, episode 8. So here's a little clip from episode 8. D. Haven's one of 3 tribute episodes. Inside the OMG, episode number 8. Tough. It's tough. I really appreciate all the love and support for me and Kelly and Dee's family. It's overwhelming. So, thought I'd pay tribute. Got the tie with the symbol. Kelly sends his love to you all. He couldn't be here tonight. He is taking care of family tonight, so he sends his love. All right. As Dee would say, there's no crying in baseball. So we will try to accommodate. No crying in baseball. No crying in baseball. That was a tough episode to get through. But as I kept going, it was, sharing all those amazing memories and videos and stories of D. It felt really good by the end of that hour and a half. I felt really good, and then I crashed again. It was rough. So, hey, Denny. Denny has been a guest on the show. Appreciate you tuning in. 4 years, buddy. You've got history on this show. 4 years of Inside the OMG. So after Dee passed away, it was like, okay, what are we going to do? Kelly and I discussed it. Figured we're going to move forward, carry on the legacy, honor Dee. And as fate would have it, Barry Chenault joins Olio. Episode 14.
Great players. I love y'all energy. Watch you guys. It's just good. It's awesome. Kelly's crazy. I love it.
I do want.
Yeah.
I do want to say for the record, because I think this is important to mention, and it's very real talk. Like when you showed me his video initially, I don't even think Barry's heard this. Like when you showed me his video, I don't know if you said the words, but you definitely had an impression of like, I don't think he's available.
I mean,
you definitely. I want to say for the record that like when he saw your video and talked to me about it, he talked about it in the way of like, there's this really hot Instagram model, and I want to direct message her, but I don't know if she's real or not.
I mean, to be honest, I almost didn't send the message.
Wow.
He didn't. He thought about it.
Because I was just like, man, he's busy doing all kinds of stuff, and he's like,
he's gigging in Vegas. He's never going to be available for this.
Yeah. And then it was just like, what's the worst that can happen?
Exactly.
You can say no. You can go, hey guys, thanks but no thanks. It's a big deal. So it's like, you know what? I don't know where he's at in life, what he wants to do, but I'm going to put it out there and let's just see what happens. And the space that you were in,
awesome.
The timing was perfect. Timing was perfect, and I'm so glad, Barry, that you joined. It's just awesome. It's awesome. Cut to, where are we at? Episode 27. Barry does his homework. He learns a bunch of Olio songs. We hit the road. We hit the road, and we head to Arizona. Backstage. Last Exit Live. Check it out. One of my favorite one of my favorite moments. I'm so glad I captured this.
And deal.
All right, here's the
Don't
deal.
show my fat.
Here's the deal.
I'm
This
not.
is this is
All right.
technically
What?
we're resetting the clock, but this is show 3.
This is show 3.
This is show
3 technically.
technically.
Now we're in Arizona.
Yes.
We're in Arizona.
I almost said Prescott.
It's hot.
I'll explain that later.
I got the
We're in
wrong
Phoenix.
size shirt.
No, it's like the right size. It's just not enough,
Yeah,
right?
No,
I think that we don't
I'm
need
the wrong
close-ups.
size. That's what it is. I'm the wrong size.
What is this, a Tarantino
Okay?
movie?
Yeah.
We don't need
All right.
that.
Go ahead. What's the?
I'm gonna grab this shirt.
Okay.
I don't think it's the right size.
Okay, not the button-up shirt. The one you had.
The cutoff.
Wait, the cutoff.
The cutoff.
Come on.
I'm drunk, but I know what I'm talking about.
He's not drunk. Come on.
I'm pretty drunk.
Go ahead.
This is what I have.
All right.
I think it's technically a medium.
Okay. Here's what you
I
do.
usually have a large.
You do it like.
You go ahead and work your magic. Just don't rip it any more than
I'm
what
not gonna.
it is.
Oh, now I feel good. Thank you. I'm positive now.
He's technically. I'm just gonna editorialize for
I'm
everybody
gonna
while
rip
he's
it
doing
with
this.
lard.
So, I'm 31 years old.
I'm lard.
Not ashamed to admit that. But I have a strong passion for wrestling. Not current wrestling. It's
Awesome.
2019. Way too many LED lights. Like I can't stand it. I can't deal with it. But somewhere in between the years of like 1994 and like 1999, very early 2000s, like there was something awesome about wrestling. And so I just want it to be made clear because the video, any documented footage of this show will not identify it. But for whoever is seeing this in 2056, it's probably my kid. Super depressing. Sorry to see your dad this way. He is technically wearing an NWO shirt, which is the New World Order.
New World Order.
Which was part of WCW, a failed company that Vince McMahon bought out. It's just how it goes.
That's
And
it.
so I'm saving his life right now,
saving my life.
technically due to Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hulk Hogan of the New World Order. So I just want that to be made clear before I have my second beer, third drink of the night.
Oh no.
That I know what's going on. I'm very present and aware.
All right.
And I don't have to get us back to the house. But Mike, I appreciate whatever food I'm going to sneak from the fridge.
You won't
tonight.
need to sneak it because he said.
It's an instinct.
Yeah, it's an instinct.
It's an instinct. It's an only child instinct.
Right,
So
right. That's right. That's right.
That's mostly it.
Right.
So I just wanted to explain what you're about to see now.
We're good.
Look at the transformation.
we're good.
We're good.
Look.
Good. We are.
Look
great.
at the transformation.
Ah,
That's a new man right there.
30 pounds thinner.
You'll Hulk Hogan to thank for that.
Ah,
That's a new man. Look at that man.
that's it. I just shifted fat.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Excellent.
Oh gosh.
All right, let's have a good show.
Let's have a good show. Yeah, let's show our stomach. Thank
Yay!
you.
Literally, I almost was very particular about what cutoff shirts I was going to bring for tour because I was like, I probably only need one, right? And I brought more than one, so thank God. Because we're not going to have time to do laundry just for this shit. This is not going to make any sense.
Right. Not
That's
good.
it. That's pretty much it.
All
I'm
right.
glad I made coffee, too.
Here it is. We're done.
Are you sure?
We good?
We're good.
We good?
Can you
I'm-
play now?
I'm fat.
Because 5 minutes ago,
I'm
you were
fat
not,
and
'cause
you're
5
not.
minutes ago, you were not going to go on stage.
I'm on stage. I'm a new man. I found myself.
He found himself. A new man. Thanks, Kelly. Thank you. And we're out. I love that so much. Alexa, you said it best. The chaos of this video is just beautiful. The play-by-play commentary that Kelly gives, it's just priceless. So good. All right, moving on. This was a really great episode. We had special guests, John and Owen, aka The Passing Zone. These guys are hilarious and crazy talented. They juggle chainsaws and torches and knives and people. If you've seen their act, they've been on everything. Good Morning America, America's Got Talent, The Tonight Show. They perform all over the world. They're really awesome, and I'm proud to say they're friends of ours, and they were guests on the show. back during this was in the first year of Inside the OMG. But here's a little clip. Now you can hear us.
Okay. Honestly,
all that witty banter.
This is amazing.
best intro we've ever done.
This is
Gone forever.
hands down
gone
the
forever.
best one.
Wow.
Right?
First time he's ever done that.
Hands up and down.
I was too excited. All right, here we go. We're going to
There's no
start
blame.
over.
All
We're
right.
going to start over.
Let's hear it.
Inside the OMG, episode number 41.
Thanks, Beth.
41.
Yeah.
Oh,
41,
If we're starting
unreal.
over, do this again?
Yeah, just
Yeah, do that again.
Yeah,
Just
just
saw
like
that.
some-
They saw that.
But they didn't
Give me-
hear
give me
it.
a ball,
They
too.
didn't
Give me
hear
one.
it.
But
Give
you
me
know
one.
what?
Give me
It
one.
was
Give me
it
one.
was it was probably so much better muted.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean we
Well, it was a
became
mime
mimes
show.
instantly?
It was a mime show.
That hurts.
That's what that was.
That hurts. That hurts deeply.
We'll get into the
Okay.
culture later. We'll
Yeah.
get into because
So-
it's got to be culture wars here.
You've won 18 gold medals.
Oh my
Yeah?
goodness!
Right.
Yeah.
18 gold medals, and you hold 5 Guinness World Records.
Right.
That's
Man.
true. Yeah. Yeah. So we.
How about that?
I'm supposed to not prepared for that information.
How about that? Are you
put you in your
reconsidering
place
your
now,
I
choices?
did actually.
Are you reconsidering your choices,
I
Kelly?
kind of am. I might quit. I mean,
No, you're fine.
You have not been making it to the IGA convention.
No, I have not. This-
Clearly.
it's-
You
I
know
mean-
these things. If you would just go one of these days.
I'm sorry. I keep it's in my spam folder.
Well, I
keep
know.
missing
Well, the nice thing, it's not the same week as the Star Trek convention.
Oh,
so
good.
You don't have to
you
make
can
that
do.
choice.
You can still make both.
Yeah, you can
Thank
still
you.
make both.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no,
Still make
it's-
both.
I mean, this is in the old days too. We wrote letters.
Yeah.
handwritten
Post-
letters.
Postcards
Kids,
and
letters are something where you
love
take a pen, which I'll explain
Uh-huh.
later, and you put it to paper, which I will explain much later.
And
We
you put
have-
it in
You
the
would
mail.
send them
Yeah.
to each other.
Strangers in the air. Rat traps, yoga man, leapfrog, fire hat, blindfolds. Imagine that. Machetes and bowling balls, roll the ball and never fall. We know how to balance it all. With teamwork and trust. Don't care if it's dangerous. Keep your eye on the passing zone. Like Munch and John, we got an awesome theme song. The scene with the fire hats.
It got really toasty.
Okay, so
right?
Yeah.
We
yeah.
had
a lot of smoke.
we had ordered pizza, and the delivery
Yes,
guy
that's
showed up
Yes.
right when that scene we
Yeah.
had finished the scene,
Yeah.
and it's like pizza's here, and when you open the back gate,
Right.
and all this smoke is coming out, and he's just like,
like,
what is
going
what I
on?
just
Yeah.
walked
Thanks for the
into?
pizza.
Yeah.
Hilarious. We had lost audio at the beginning of the show and at the end of the show. So that's how we closed out the show with the passing zone. So good. So fun. Those guys are awesome. All right, next up, John Avila, bass player from Oingo Boingo. He was my special guest. Here's a little clip with John.
Time I got to play with Neil Young
Oh,
on
wow.
Promise of the Rio.
Yeah.
And we were doing a show in Paris, and on the last song, I slipped on a chord and I went up and went down, and of course Neil's looking at me like, yeah, he's like
Yeah.
rocking out, yeah, you went down.
He didn't pull you by
No,
your foot?
no, he didn't pull me by
drag
the
you
foot.
across the
No,
stage?
no.
No. He was too busy rocking out on
I
his
had my
guitar.
foot up, but
Yeah, you're like, hey, come on. It's a thing. It's a thing.
To get this like real dreamy kind of a whammy, you know, it's almost just really cool stuff like that.
Right. That was John Avila, the bass player from Oingo Boingo. Hey, I just saw the Dean has tuned in. Thank you, man. Thanks for being here. And Samantha, I am floored that you've tuned in. I shared with everyone at the top of the show the passing of your brother Sean, and my heart and condolences go out to you and your family. It's such a tragic loss, and I'm so sorry. So, thank you for tuning in. Really. We're in the middle of episode 210. It's the 4-year anniversary, so I'm going through various clips from the past, different guests we've had on the show, and different moments that we're celebrating. And so we're gonna keep this show going. Next up, you're very welcome, Samantha. Next up, fantastic bass player, great guy, personality. I love this guy. I met him years ago, maybe 2007. He was in a different band called Star Baby, and Olio and Star Baby did a show together in the Valley in North Hollywood, and we became fast friends, and we stayed in touch. And Rick then became part of Vintage Trouble, which he started, and boy, they took off, and they're a fantastic band. So if you haven't seen Vintage Trouble, do yourself a favor, check them out. He was a special guest on our show. It was a great interview, a great time. And so here's a little bit of that with Rick Dill. You are on the David Letterman show, and I don't know that he knew what to expect by his reaction.
Yeah, he did.
At the end, it was just like, what just happened? This is so great.
It was my birthday. We were on tour with The Who, and I got my mom out. It was like, it was great. It was like.
What you say? That's all you want. Oh my God. That's all you want. How you doing? Oh, tremendous. Oh my God. Vintage Trouble. You want to go again? A little more? Okay, a little more.
Go again.
Vintage Trouble. Tom Trouble section. Night, everybody.
Back. And I think it was us and the Jonas Brothers. And I just remembered pulling up to the to the Letterman show. And you know, you get out of the car, and all the girls are like, "Ah!" And then it's like, oh,
no. We thought it was the Jonas Brothers.
Never mind.
Oh, not you. But and they're like craning.
Yeah. They had us right back, and then they kept us for 3 months, and it was immediately we did the Jules Holland show. The Jules, and that's what changed.
And that changed everything.
We did Blues Hand Me Down at like 1 billion miles an hour, you know, a billion BPM, and we thought we fucked it up. It was great, but we thought we had fucked it up. Like immediately we thought, oh man, we kind of blew it. And before we knew it, like Twitter was blowing up and everything was blowing up. Our website crashed. It was really dope, but our lives changed before we left the BBC parking lot. We were actually trending at the time, and I remember it was the like Japanese tsunami or something like that, and then Vintage Trouble. It was like number 6 on the most trending things in the world. And
Can you sing it?
not today.
Okay. Fantastic interview. Ah, man. Vintage Trouble. Check them out. They're so good. Okay. Next up, we had... Okay, this was so I've done... This is episode 210. I've done 209 episodes. I missed one. I missed one because I was fighting for my life and I was in the hospital. And episode 62, my kids took over. So Alexa and Miko took over the show, and they did an outstanding job. Probably better than me. Here's a little clip.
Okay, welcome to Kids Take Over Inside the OMG, episode number 62. If you don't know me, my name is Miko Hodzik.
And I'm Alexa Hodzik.
Arif is my dad, and Alexa, take it away.
Alright, so as some of you may or may not know, my dad was pretty sick this weekend and was advised to go to the ER. So.
Hey, what's up? It's Arif of Olio. I'm not able to be there streaming live, but you're in great hands with Alexa and Miko.
He's dad. He literally, I bet you he has the pages and a binder in his head right now. Like, he doesn't need paper.
No, why would he? Oh my god. Just for this exact reason.
Yeah.
So, we decided to kick off the show instead with a song dedicated to our dad by one of his favorite bands.
Yep.
So, this song is Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by The Police.
That was great. Jimmy, such a memorable episode. The family did great. Absolutely. Alexa, you and Miko crushed it. Crushed it. Yeah, man, the Dean. The band is awesome. I just followed them on Spotify. Gonna look them up on socials. Yep, Vintage Trouble. Can't go wrong with them. They're awesome. Okay, what do I have up next? All right. So this was a something during the pandemic. You would see like these Zoom jams, right? And it was like, oh, wow, it's so amazing. All these bands are jamming in real time with people all over the world. Apparently that can be done now. I don't know. I got to dig in a little bit more on that. But that really wasn't what was happening. Someone would kind of put it together, edit it after the fact, and make it look like we were jamming in real time from all over. So, in this particular episode, Barry couldn't be here. Kelly was here in the room with me. And so Barry sent drum videos of him playing songs. And then I hooked up the iPad over there and had another camera on that iPad to show that screen. And then had the audio coming through a PA. So then Kelly and I could play along to Barry. We would listen to Barry and play along. But for you, the viewer, it looked as if we were jamming in real time, when in fact Barry had pre-recorded that video of himself the day before. So here's a little clip of that, of us virtually jamming with Barry.
Oh man, it's gonna get weird.
Okay, so because all of the intros are a little wonky because we have to like figure it out.
We haven't gone over this either, so
no. So this is great. This is like you're in the room with us.
This is the
This is
penultimate
exciting.
and maybe final episode.
Nah, come on. Come on. All right, Barry. So I would suggest pedaling on the E, and then you'll just figure it out.
Oh boy.
Right?
Oh boy.
Tasting. 1, 2, 3. Tasting.
What's up?
Tasting.
Past the point of no return. No use resisting. What warm? Okay. There we go.
This is an every time thing?
Here's a nice slow song from Olio. Nice slow.
What are we
mellow.
doing?
Ready?
Okay.
and to cause the ultimate reaction.
Going down in history. Everybody's going through the
You can rock or you can be hip. Mix it up. Doesn't matter. It's all that matters is that you create a beautiful disaster.
Take this party to the street.
Get nobody up. Get nobody up. Hey! Get nobody up. Get nobody up. Hey! The virtual jam, right? The virtual jam. That's fun though. It's cool. It's cool to like just to watch the final result of it. It looks like we're actually jamming in real time, which is awesome. Yeah. Hey, the Dean got some great chiclets there. Thank you, sir. Denny, that was really cool. You must be proud. Super proud. Oh, this is just awesome. My kids blew me away. I was in the hospital watching that episode live, and I was pretty much, tears of joy the whole time. I was just, they totally handled the tech side. They learned songs. They they knocked it out of the park. They knocked it out of the park. It was so good. All right. Okay. Next up, we had a special guest, Julian Douglas, who's a concert promoter. And he's also known as Mr. 80s. So he promotes shows all over the place. Definitely Hollywood, Southern California, and beyond. Great guy, great personality. I had him on the show, and it was fun just to hear his story and talk about the 80s. Because, he came up during the 80s, and he tells his whole kind of transformation story and what the Sunset Strip was like and how it was for him. And so here's Julian talking about life on the Sunset Strip.
People and that whole bit, like I was in a shell.
Right.
So now, years later, now I'm all of a sudden with, and back then, we won't get too deep here, but like I wasn't popular with the girls. I was the nice guy that every girl wanted to hang out with because there was nobody safer, Here's that nice little guy, he's a little nerdy little, every 80s movie, that I was Ducky, come on, that was me, I was Ducky, just so nerd. And I was not Blaine. Now, my wife's going to end up commenting on that because that's my wife's crush is Blaine.
Yeah.
So I was the Ducky. And so all of a sudden now, here we're getting into the mid-80s, and I'm on the Sunset Strip. My hair's getting a little long. And I don't know what happened. Now, honey, you may need to go.
This is the part of the story.
No, this is why I love my wife, because my wife just goes, yeah, and. But no, it was really weird because you were there in the 80s. You were on the Sunset Strip. And all of a sudden, I don't know what it was, but here's this guy as my hair starts getting longer, and I was real pretty, and now I'm at all the Whiskey and the Roxy and at Gazzari's, and there are like models everywhere, and they're friendly, like really friendly, and they think I'm like something, like, and not a nerd. I'm no longer Ducky.
You're not Ducky.
I'm not Ducky.
Now you're Blaine with hair.
Blaine. Honey,
right?
Blaine with hair.
Nicole, you married Blaine with hair.
Remember that. Blaine with hair.
Julian. Man, it's a great interview. That was a lot of fun. Excuse me. Julian's going to come back on the show. He's got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Now that St. Rock is back, he's back at St. Rock hosting shows, promoting shows, and I'm sure we'll be doing something together there soon. So Julian will be back on the show to talk about some more just crazy rock and roll stories, things that he saw firsthand. It's just great. Yep. Okay, next up, I've got, we released a single in 2021 called Champions, honoring the first responders, frontline heroes. And we had the release party online. We had it during one of our episodes on a Tuesday night. So Barry, Kelly, and myself, we did like an 1.5-hour show, and we played a bunch of songs, and we talked about different things. So I just thought it'd be fun to do a little clip of us doing Sugar Daddy, Sugar Mama here during that online party.
Mama can't buy true love. When you get right down to it, all the money won't fix this. When you get right down to it, all the money won't fix this. Get right down to it, all the money won't fix this. Get right down to it, all the money won't fix it. Get right down to it. Money, money, don't, money, money, don't. Money, money, don't, money, money, don't. Daddy, sugar mama, daddy, laundry, dirty dime. Wicked candy, wicked karma. Daddy, laundry, dirty drama. Mama can't buy true love. Daddy, sugar, daddy can't buy true love. Daddy. Mama, sugar, mama can't buy true love. Can't buy you love. Daddy, sugar, daddy can't buy true love. Can't buy you true love. Whoa, no.
Sugar Daddy, Sugar Mama, live during our Champions release party. All right, next up, we had Johnny Vatos on the show. He's the drummer with Oingo Boingo, which, by the way, Olio and Oingo Boingo, former members, May 5th, Coach House. It's happening. It's a thing. So, looking forward to that. Had Johnny Vatos on the show. And so he was sharing the story of what it was like to work with Danny Elfman. And in the very beginning, Danny was writing these long, epic songs that were like 15 minutes long. So let's listen in to what Vatos had to say about that experience.
At first, Danny would write about 3 or 4 songs. The songs were like 15 minutes long.
Each song?
Each song. They're like, and I go, Danny,
you got that down.
This is 3 songs. He goes, yeah, but we can do that. No, if we're going to play songs, that's one song, that's one song, and that's another. And he goes, oh, that's no fun. He goes, all right, I'll do that. And so I made him, he started writing songs, and they were songs. They were actually, and I think I probably stunted his growth.
So good. Great guest, great guy. Looking forward to jamming with you, dude. All right, it's going to be a fun night. Fun night for sure. All right, next up, my brother Bronco. Bronco had a band called Sandbox Kings, and on his first album, he wrote a song called Wonderfall. One of my favorite songs ever. It's so good. So there was an episode, I think this is taken from, we were helping my parents move from Maryland to Florida. So this was a couple years back, 2.5 years ago or so. So we did an episode there. And I was like, okay, we're gonna do some songs. He was my guest on the show, and we did some Oleo songs. But I was like, okay, we got to do Wonderfall. I just love that song. So here's a little bit of Wonderfall with my brother Bronco.
Is to take a swim in those eyes all my life. I wanna ride down your wonderful, you're wonderful, you're wonderful, wonderful.
Cool.
Love that. Photo Jedi Bronco, right? Great photographer. Super talented. I love that song, and I love playing with my brother. So good. So fun. All right. What do I have next? Okay. One of my good friends from my Long Beach days, and he's still just the best. He was a guest on the show. Ruben Ramos, fantastic drummer, fantastic guy, and just the funniest. Oh, man. I mean, Ruben. So Ruben was a guest on the show, and we were trying to get... All right, so Ruben, originally from El Paso, Texas, moved out to L.A. with his buddies in a band called the Street Boys. So Miguel, whose nickname is Nacho, was the singer-guitarist in the band. His brother Sam, Shotgun Red, was the bass player, and Ruben was the drummer. And they had various guitar players through the years when they were the Street Boys. So Ruben was moving back to El Paso, and it was pretty much like the night before or 2 nights before he was driving back. And by the way, he opened a fantastic coffee and boba shop, World Coffee and Boba, in El Paso. It's dynamite. And the reason it's dynamite is because of Ruben and his brother David. They've put together such a great space, such a great environment. They've got local artists on the walls. They play independent artists from all over the world. They're serving coffee from all over the world. And people don't want to leave. They come in and they don't want to leave. And they all come back. And it's really great. So if you're in El Paso, you got to go see Ruben. World Boba and Coffee. World Coffee and Boba. Shoot. Sorry, Ruben. String those words together. World Coffee and Boba, or World. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Look it up. It's fantastic. All right. So the night before, Ruben goes back to El Paso. He's a guest on the show. And Nacho was going to come. We were trying to get Nacho to come, and Nacho was like, I can't make it. I got other stuff to do. Well, Ruben and Nacho are kind of like that TV show, The Odd Couple. They were roommates when I met them, and they're like at each other constantly with one-liners and cutting each other down, and it's just relentless. But they're like brothers, because no one else can talk crap about the other one without them defending and like, oh, no, I can talk like that to him, but you can't, right? So they're super tight, super close, hilarious. Well, Ruben was like, hey, man, you can't come to the show. You can't come do this show with me, inside the OMG. All right, well, we're going to do a little contest. So this is what Ruben whipped up. This is what he wanted to do during the episode. So check out Ruben and Nacho's Many Faces.
Prior to the show,
yeah,
you cannot see the names, so we did our own version of Nacho Lantern, and you have to decide which one's the best one. So let's see. Okay, well we'll start.
So
with
here's number one.
Number one. Okay.
So so we know that one's number one. And
number one.
So we'll have to we'll keep it over here.
Okay, so number one.
So here, give me that. So
I'll
that's
put it right here.
Okay, that's number one. So you've seen number one. Here's
Number two.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, and it
like
has a flock of seagulls hair thing added to it. Very Harry Potter with a nice, really nice shade of red.
It is a good shade.
Okay, that's number two.
That's number two. Okay.
Okay.
Number two.
No.
All right. Here's number three. Number three.
Number three says that that's what he gets for not showing up. He got black eye.
And he lost some teeth too. I mean,
go home and brush that tooth.
Oh man.
All right.
That's three.
Okay.
Number four.
Number four. A very macho, elegant.
Yeah, the unibrow.
Unibrow man.
That's unibrow man.
So that's number four.
That's number four. I like that one. That's a good one.
Okay.
Number four.
Ah.
Oh, well, I guess he's in Kiss now.
Nacho Stanley.
Nacho Stanley. That's number five. Nacho Stanley.
Nacho Cheese Star Child.
Okay.
Nice lips too. Look at that.
Yeah.
A nice,
good.
nice big kiss.
Number six.
This is Manson. I don't know what that is. There's a Manson elf alien.
There's a lot going on in that one.
I don't know. It looks like he's looking at me. So I'm scared. And he got a goatee. That scares me. And then the last one is Count Chocula.
Count Notchula.
Count Notchula. So
I've lost count. What is that? 7?
That's like, I don't know. But
Okay.
people need to.
Yeah, you're
we're gonna
need
go
to
last
vote.
time and vote.
You're gonna need to vote. Just madness. Look what I have. I still have it. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Nacho Stanley. Look at all this. I can't believe it. Oh man. Sorry, Nacho. Go back and brush that tooth. Too funny. All right, you get it. Ruben, you're too much. Can't take it. Nacho Star Child, right? Too good. Hey, Jack, thank you. Congrats. Appreciate it. Joe Flores, congrats, Arif. Glad to watch live. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. That was a fun game, right, Jimmy? Lauren. What's up, Lauren? Lauren, at the top of the show, we paid tribute to your dad. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thanks so much for tuning in. Your dad was fantastic. Greatly missed. And I don't know if you saw, but he made these. He painted these and gave them to DeHaven. And these white tie drumsticks. Fantastic. Have them up in my living room. I will always cherish them. And I'm so sorry for your loss. It's so tragic. My heart goes out to you and your mom and your entire family. Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Happy to help. Absolutely. Okay. So many faces of Nacho. Too great. All right. Next up, I've got drummer Mike Kowalski. A lot of drummers on the show. A lot of drummers. Some bass players. A lot of drummers. Mike Kowalski, drummer. He played with the Beach Boys for 30 years. He was their touring drummer. A lot of stories. Great interview. This one we did remotely. He was at his home. Mike was at his home. I was here. And the question came up about, he played Live Aid. Do you remember Live Aid? Broadcast to billions. It was the first global, the largest, live event, streaming live event up until that point. It was exponentially. It was just bananas. And so we talked about, what was that like playing Live Aid? I mean, first of all, you're playing at a big stadium, but then it's broadcast to billions. I mean, it's insanity, right? So he talked about that. No big deal.
Funny, playing in front of 500 people, I would get choked up. playing in front of, Live Aid. I mean, it's like, that's much easier. I don't get any butterflies from playing in front of a lot of people, but it's a small amount of people in a, like a private party. I remember
like an intimate setting where they're right there with you.
then you don't want to make any mistakes. You know what I mean? This is And I remember I said one time we were just ready to play. I forget where it was, but I can remember saying to Carl, I said, "Carl, I'm a little spooked. I'm a little nervous." And Carl said, "That's good, man. That means you really want to do it." I said, "I mean, you want to be right on the without making any mistakes." I said, "You're right about that." I felt good about that, and I remember Carl saying,
"Yeah."
So anyway, the smaller the crowd, the more butterflies. The bigger the crowd, hey, no problem.
Yeah,
no
it's
problem.
all good. Right. Wow. Mike's a great guy. It's a great interview. A lot of great stories. He jammed with Jimi Hendrix. He talks about that. Just a rich history in the music business. And that was fun. That was really fun. Lauren says, you were there when your dad painted those sticks. No way. Wow. Well, there you go. There you go. All right, the last video I've got queued up for tonight. This is with Alexa, my daughter, and as most of you know, we collaborated on a song called As a Dream that she wrote to, it was dealing with the loss of DeHaven, dealing with grief, dealing with longing for their return. And Olio backed her up, and it was a fantastic experience. She knocked it out of the park with this song and her vocals. And so this clip is Alexa in studio with me during one of the live streams, and we're talking about the writing of the song and the different parts, and kind of like how she was inspired by Elton John. And so here you go. Here's Alexa talking about As a Dream.
Different versions of the B chord. He didn't like that part.
So this
Because
part, this
it
is the
was-
part, this is the part she's talking about.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, because he was like, it's not.
It all of a sudden becomes happy.
Right, like what's up with that?
It's such a sad, like.
And I was so stubborn. I was like,
song.
no, I like it. And you know why? Because I heard it in an Elton John song.
So you ripped it off.
Okay,
the
not
feeling.
the beat, the feeling.
Yeah, the feeling. Let's be clear.
Yeah, let's be clear here. I was
So-
like, oh, that's so cool doing inversions like that. I should do that in my song. And then you were like, I don't like it. And I was like, I do. I was like, Elton John did it. It's going in this
gonna
song.
stay. So I remember I was messing around with like, well, what if we changed it to like minor, and what if we, and it was just like, no, that's definitely the part. But there was no vocal over that part. All right. It's staying. I love the passion. And you were right, Alexa. That is the perfect part, because then we were able to build on that, and the vocals that you put over that section just totally works, and it's just fantastic. So great. Samantha, absolutely. You're welcome. And looking forward to, let me know when Sean's memorial is out here in California, and I'm there. So you just give me the details. Jimmy says, thanks for all the work going through all the clips and putting together the edits, transitions, etc. Congrats on 4 years. Thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate it. Inside the OMG episode 210. 210 episodes. This started out as just like, I don't know, we should do some recurring content for people, because I don't know, it'll be fun. We'll just do something. And Dee and Kelly were just like, what are we doing? I'm like, I don't know, just come over and we'll just do it. And then we just did it. And then Barry joined in, and we're just still doing it. So 4 years, going strong. We're going to keep it going. I'm looking forward to bringing some more guests back on. Haven't done that in a while. So I'm going to get that going again, because that's always fun, having guests on and bringing that energy in here and sharing stories and, you know, getting their stories. It's just fun to learn about people's path and what they do, and especially, you know, in the music business, because that's what I'm in and that's what I love, and it's fun to talk about that stuff and share stories and whatnot. So once again, really appreciate you tuning in, taking the time out of your Tuesday evenings and being here. It's awesome. I just realized something. Did I miss one? Yeah. All right. I don't have it queued up. All right. I'll have to bring in the last video that I was going to show another time. All good. We're over an hour. That's it. Have a fantastic week. Wishing you well. I'll see you next week for episode 211. 211, right? That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to leave you with Show Goes On.
Children, we got a little story to tell, and this ain't no fairy tale.
On the road to hell, trouble rings the bell. Growing up in sin, tragedy begins. Mama paid the price, gave her son advice. Mama turned to pray, the devil got in the way. The show goes on. The show goes on. Another shooting star, greed drives the car. A rocket right to fame, pride burns the flame.